Today, more banks follow suit. Hello again, it's Martin North from Digital Finance Analytics. Just a further quick post today because both ANZ and CBA have announced that they are lifting their variable mortgage interest rates, as we predicted they would, and of course following on from Westpac's announcement last Friday. So CBA followed ANZ. ANZ said that they were going to lift their variable rates by 16 basis points, which is slightly higher than Westpac. And CBA came out almost immediately afterwards and said, no, we're going to do 15 basis points. So 3 of the big 4 have now lifted rates. And of course, we have to expect that NAB will follow suit. Now, it's worth saying that if you do the calculations based on where net interest margins were, say, a year ago and where they are now, and taking account of the international funding costs, which are significantly higher, as shown by the BBSW rate, then the banks probably need to shift the rates by around 50 basis points, not 14 or 15 or 16 basis points. So it'll be interesting to see whether this is just the first round of multiple rate rises, bearing in mind, of course, that Suncorp and Adelaide Bank followed Westpac's lead and lifted their rates again, but of course they'd already put them up earlier in the year. Now, of course, even small interest rate rises will continue to put significant pressure on households. And in fact, in our earlier post tonight, we already discussed the mortgage stress modelling that we've done, which showed that nearly 1 million households are now in mortgage stress. By the way, that is based on a series of assumptions about where rates are going, and we had included an assumption that all of the big 4 would lift. In fact, we used the 15 basis point number. So we're pretty much tracking to where we thought we'd be. So I'm afraid there's going to be more bad news ahead, and it's just another factor to bear in mind when we think about how things are going to play out down the track.
It's a rate hike ANZ denies will create serious problems for home borrowers.
Today, credit losses in the banking system in Australia, not just for ANZ but for the system, haven't been as low as this in like 30 years.
To them, it's worth the risk.
But analyst Martin North says with 1 million households already under pressure, this is a slow-moving train wreck.
When you add the other things that households are facing, so things like childcare costs and electricity costs and fuel costs, it all adds a little extra weight in the saddlebag. And something else which was significant today was that ASIC announced that they were going to take NAB to court relating to fee for no service arrangements, which of course has been subject of a lot of analysis via the Royal Commission. Now, this is a big deal because it potentially shows that the regulators may be baring the teeth a little more. And we know that fee for no service was evident in many different guises, from wealth management right the way through to the mortgage sector. And it's worth noting that ASIC is seeking both a civil penalty and also declarations from NAB that they did wrong. So these proceedings are being taken against 2 NAB entities, Nullis and MLC Wealth Management. And it relates to these entities charging fees for no service in the superannuation sector. So ASIC, as part of this announcement, did say that they were still looking into other cases, so we can perhaps expect other actions down the track. If you found this useful, please like the post and add a comment or question. I read them all. And if you've not yet subscribed, please do so to receive alerts to new posts. I'm Martin North from Digital Finance Analytics. Many thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.